Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I hope you're doing fine. So, yesterday Crytek dropped a little trailer, or trailer is maybe a bit much, I would call it a teaser. So, maybe this is for an upcoming event, we're gonna discuss this in a little bit, but they showed us some tarot cards. So this is cool because I know that a lot of people in the community want to see that. Now, first, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna watch the teaser together, and then we're gonna analyze that, because there are one, maybe even two hidden things that you might miss when you watch it the first time. And with that, let's go. Alright, nice. I think we start with a little bit of theory crafting before we have a look at the single cards. Now, what could these tarot cards be and how do you get them? So I assume that this is gonna be for the next event. We didn't even finish the current event. I think there is still one more week to go. Now, I don't know if they are tools, if they are consumables, it's hard to tell. So here is my theory, and I'm not leaking anything here, okay? I think this is gonna be for the next event, and I think you will use them with pledge marks. So maybe with the next event, we will not have any event-specific traits, so Gunrunner finally being gone, which is pretty awesome. Maybe you have to collect pledge marks, and then there will be a trader, and the trader gives you then these tarot cards. And they showed us 3 so far. I assume there will be way more. You can go kind of crazy with this, and I absolutely love these cards because they are on brand with Hunt. You know, with this occult, mystical setting that we actually have with Darkseid and everything. That a lot of people complained that Crytek isn't leaning more into that. So they're doing a good job with that. I personally think there will be consumables, because your tools are always a little bit set in stone, and whenever we get something, it's most of the time something that fits in our consumable slot. So there will be, or I assume there will be, different tarot cards with different strengths, and you can maybe buy the lower tier ones for 1 pledge mark, and then the stronger ones for 3 pledge marks. That is an interesting mechanic. It would be cool if it works that way. And the question is, how many can you carry then? Can you only carry 1 of each type? Can you stack them like some of the event traits that you can stack right now? It's also nice if the event traits might be gone for 1 event. And I think it would be cool to experiment for at least 1 event that no, old event traits are coming back. If they bring new event traits, different topic. And, well, I think for 3 events now, people are asking for Blade Mantle, so maybe they bring that finally back. Since they killed finally Gunrunner for now, until they necromance that thing. The question is, though, how often can you get these cards? Are they limited to once per match? Are they stackable like other event traits, that you can have the same card 2 or 3 times? Maybe the weaker cards, you can get 3 of them, and the stronger cards, maybe only 1. I personally think they will not be tools, I think they will be consumables. Tools, you need your melee weapon kinda, you need your medkit. Yes, I know there are some people out there running for regen shots, and they think, oh, no problem at all. And you kind of need your choke bomb for team plays, or you should bring it. Yeah, I personally think they will be consumables because they're easier to be left at home compared to the tools. Or maybe they were completely different and suddenly we get tarot traits that are usable somehow in Darkseid. Although we are not using the cards in Darkseid, so whatever. So a little bit of theory crafting. I think you will get those for pledge marks. Maybe we do not get any event-specific traits anymore and we're gonna try something different. Now, that being said, just because Crytek tries something different, please give them constructive feedback in case it doesn't work and don't lose your shit again, okay? For example, when they introduced the Revive hand crossbow bolt ammo, people were not super happy, and Crytek never listens to the community. They did, and they got rid of it, okay? But they got kind of torched for that one. Let devs try something new. Try it a little bit, and if you really don't like it, then give feedback in a civil way. Okay, now let's get to the cards that they showed us. Let's start with the first one. And the first one was the Chariot. So, it's a little bit hard to say here because the user interface is completely disabled. But I assume the way the hunter is sitting on the rock and kind of waiting for the people, extraction camper, that the guy is not part of the team that is going to the extraction. So what could the card do? He is rather close to the card and it's not going off. But he uses the card afterwards, so that's not really what it can be. Maybe what the card does is that it, you know, extends the duration of the extraction timer. So you cannot extract then after your regular timer. Maybe it's ×2, right? Or maybe you can block the extraction for a certain amount of time. There's a lot of things that we need to consider with this one. How close do you need to be for the extraction to be delayed/closed? Because the main issue that I have, when people try to extract and I chase them and they make it in time, yeah, then the card would be good. But when I'm already at the extraction, I don't really need the card because then I can fight, I can go in there and block, although that's a little bit risky. So is there like a certain range where you can use the card? Because if it's cross-map, do you block all extractions? Do you delay all extractions? Do you need to be within 100 meters to delay the extraction, if that's even the effect? As always, because I love doing this theory crafting, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I already saw a few under the official video, but I tried not to read too much because then it always like, you know, you're copying the ideas from the other comments and that's always kind of a little bit kind of lame. But yeah, the Chariot card, I think it will be something to delay or block an extraction. I saw one comment now, well, but that sounded kind of funny. I don't think they will bring it. That when you use that, you're basically bringing your teammates to your position, but yeah, I don't think that will work. They're showing specifically an extraction, so I think it will just be a delay or a block. But it's very interesting to see what will be the duration and how far away do you have to be from the extraction to use the card? Or is it just like all extractions? We will have to wait and see. Let's have a look at the next card. So the next card looks pretty straightforward. The card is called the Sun. So the boy here gets sparks, drops probably to 1 HP, and then decides to use the Sun card. The Sun card, now my first guess was the guy's healing with that. However, you can still see while the card is burning the screen. Well, that will not be hopefully in the game, but they do this as a transition for the next card. You can still see that you have the getting hit or high damage aura around the or at the border of the screen. So is it healing him, or maybe the card didn't play yet, so it didn't heal him yet? It could be a lot. It could be a full heal. It could be activating a regeneration shot, a regeneration effect. I don't think it will be a restoration effect. That would be a little bit crazy, but maybe that will be the case. Might be cool too, because you have always this restoration effect, as this lightning effect. So you kind of reveal your position when you play this card. Maybe it's doing something completely different. Maybe the Sun is a super high value card that costs, I don't know, 5 or 6 pledge marks, and it's giving you a death cheat effect. So you play the card when you think you will die, and you keep the hunter. Maybe you play the Sun card and the money that you looted during the match isn't lost. There's a lot that you can actually do with it. It's always a little bit of a shame. I know, I understand that they're doing this. A lot of people complained in my Twitch chat, oh my god, this is so short, I want to see more. Which is actually good, because it means people are interested in. But yeah, we didn't even finish this event. So it might take a little bit longer until we get the next one. So they probably are a little bit careful how much they want to show for now. But hey, so we have so far the Chariot and the Sun, and I would say we have a look at the next one. And the next card is the Garden. I think that one is pretty straightforward. So you're on fire, your teammate is on fire, you play the card and the fire is gone. I don't know why it's called the Garden then, but Sure, why not? So I assume this is a card for, you know, stopping burning. And there's one more thing that makes all these cards pretty strong, is it's the use timer. The first time I watched the fire clip, I was already recording this and I was like, oh dude, you can use these cards while sprinting. Not the case, but the use timer is so fast, you use them so quickly that it almost looks like you don't stop. Which is crazy good against fire, because when you have the intense burn applied on you, it takes a long time to put it out. And with the card, it's almost like, and it's gone. And that's for your whole team too. For your whole team, it's kind of just like a bonus thing, because how often is your whole team actually on fire? Not that often. Now the question is, do you sacrifice a tool slot or a consumable slot for that? I don't know. I would pay you pledge marks for that, but let's see. Maybe we get a completely new mechanic. And then there's one thing, because I said at the beginning, it's not just about tarot cards. Alright? So look at this screenshot right here. And they're webs. Finally. Now I said already, a year ago, 2 years ago, that we have already hunters that reflect certain bosses, right? We have a hunter that looks like the butcher. We have a hunter that looks like the assassin. We have hunters that look like Scrappy. We have no hunters that look like a spider. Well, we have centipede, but that doesn't count. So, these webs are not normal. Now, couple things. Do we get a hunter that is spider themed? Maybe it's not for an event. Maybe those are just props for Halloween? And that's when the stuff comes? They also shared this. And I have to say, I was at the beginning a little bit, that looks like a rib cage. So what the hell are we looking at here? But now that I see the spider web, and yes, I read a lot of comments, and I think the majority of people, they said, hey, that looks like a spider thingy. We have already a spider boss though. So what do we get? I would love new AI, but I don't know. We rarely get new AI. We get AI variations, and maybe that is like a hunter skin leak? A tease? We will have to wait until they show more. But Crytek, thank you very much for showing this, the tarot cards. So far, the feedback has been phenomenal. 2 things. 1, I hope you will have a lot of cards. And 2, some of them will absolutely be bonkers, be broken, will be unbalanced. Please do the same thing that you did know in the past. Mid-event, balance stuff when it's broken. And not broken as, you know, not working correctly. Broken in case it's overpowered / not fun to play. Do this again, and it would be a massive thumbs up from my side. Since we're talking about thumbs up, if you enjoy these, well, analyzing videos or these podcast episodes, a like and a sub would be appreciated. And I said in the intro that there are 2 little details, and the other one is I do not recognize these hands. So I assume they're not just teasing stuff for the new event with the cards and with the spider web, but also the new legendary hunter. So there will be new ones. I mean, is it really a big surprise? I can't remember the last time there was an event or, you know, a battle pass or whatever without a hunter skin of any kind. So yeah, but definitely there will be something new with the little cords around the hand, which is not spider themed actually. But I'm curious what they will be cooking, and they will most likely tease this very, very soon. And now I think I went through most of the stuff. In case I missed anything, again, drop a comment, and maybe I can discuss it then in the next one. And with that, let's roll the outro. Yeah, tarot cards. What do we think about that? Let's discuss this in the comment section. Also, a big shout out to my patrons. Thank you for supporting me over on Patreon. As always, you guys are freaking legends. And with that, nothing more to say. I'm looking forward to read your comments, and hopefully we will see in the next couple weeks more card reveals. This is exciting, and I love it. And with that, I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day, and bye-bye.